everybody, welcome back to Girl Night Zing. Today is a trailer reaction of an upcoming movie, Michael. This is the next autobiography of a musician, Michael Jackson. And yeah, I remember like a couple years ago, it was confirmed that they were going to make a Michael Jackson movie, but there was some complications or some issues, so it was like either canceled. I thought it was canceled, but I think it was actually delayed. Like it was supposed to be coming out last year, but then they kept pushing it to this year. So yeah, I remember like hearing about it so much, but there was always like issues or like, oh, it's not out yet, or oh, it's not gonna happen, or oh wait, it is gonna happen. So it finally is happening. So yeah, they just released a trailer of it, so I'm curious to take a look at it. So let's get started.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this. The tracks are made, the songs are ready. Let's take it from the top. This is your story.
Ooh.
Honor your past and embrace the future.
Oh, that looks exactly like Michael Jackson.
That's what people want.
Okay. Bro, that's Miles Teller. Wow.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay.
Oh my God, that sounds exactly like him.
Here, keep those
Okay,
feet
this person
still.
has to be related to Michael Jackson, because he looks exactly like him. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so that was the trailer of Michael. Not a bad trailer. Not a bad trailer. Yeah, this actually looks pretty interesting. The music, the background music and the way they use like Beat It, Thriller. I think there was a little bit of Billie Jean, you know, that they were mixing all those different musics together. That it was really cool, and you could just, you know, just hear the beat in my headphones. I was like, okay. And yeah, the guy who plays Michael Jackson looks exactly like Michael Jackson. But you know what? I have to. This person has to be related to Michael Jackson because he has the looks, he, you know, the face, the eyes, and I'm pretty sure the dance moves and all of that. So let me see. Michael movie cast. Jaafar Jackson, so I'm assuming yes. Okay, yeah, he is related to Michael Jackson, and it's Michael Jackson is his uncle, so this is his nephew, and he's a singer, a dancer, and an actor. Okay. And yeah, he looks, without all the makeup and costume, he does resemble Michael Jackson pretty good. Okay. Okay, and that's kind of smart to actually have a member of the Michael Jackson family to play the part. I think that's a smart move. You know, instead of just picking some random actor to play the role, why not just have a member of the family play the role? I think that's just a lot better. And it seems like this is going to be another autobiography about a musician that the actor who plays, you know, the person looks exactly like the person, you know. For example, like Elvis, you know, Austin Butler looked exactly like Elvis Presley. Like it was insane. Like he had the looks, he had the hair, the jawline, the eyes, the lips, the dance moves, when he talks, when he sings. Like it was mind-blowing. Like, and that movie was amazing. I really loved Elvis. That was a great movie. So he was the perfect actor to play Elvis Presley, and this is the perfect actor to play Michael Jackson. The music is going to be probably one of the best parts because, you know, I remember listening to Thriller a lot, Beat It, Billie Jean, and probably other Michael Jackson, but Thriller was like the big one. That I remember, like, every Halloween at school, we would play the Thriller song and do the dance. Like, that was like the big Michael Jackson song I remember as a kid hearing a lot. Michael Jackson is one of those artists that I want to know more about. I mean, I know a little bit about, of course, I know that, you know, as a kid he was Jackson 5, and I know about his earlier, you know, songs, and then of course, like Thriller was like one of his biggest songs, you know, how he became the king of pop. I'm curious of like if it's gonna go through like, you know, at the beginning, like when he was a Jackson 5, and then how he slowly like became a solo singer, and, you know, how did he get well known to the music industry, and what got him the ideas of making one of his best songs or some of his best songs. What obstacles did he have to go through? Was there any, you know, personal issues he had to go through, you know, family-wise, or, you know, being a musician, being the king of pop, and being one of the biggest icons in the music industry. You know, this might be a sensitive topic to talk about, but I do remember like when it was talked about, this autobiography, I think it was during the time when that Return to Neverland series came out, which I watch, and it's, you know, it's very disturbing to watch, even though I don't want to get into that, you know, series, because a lot of people have different opinions about it, and I don't want to get into that. I don't remember, like, you know, this movie was talked about, and then the Neverland series came in, and then they were like, maybe we don't want to risk making this movie right now. Maybe we should wait. So I feel like that's the case, but I don't know. And I don't know if this movie is going to mention about that. You know, I remember when that series came out, everybody was just angry. They were upset. They were sad. They were, you know, pissed. And it was just a very chaotic, you know, series that everybody was just going nuts about. Like I said, I don't want to get into that topic, but I'm curious if that was one of the reasons why this movie took so long to come out. I have a good feeling about this one. You know, I really have enjoyed the previous, you know, autobiography movies about, you know, famous artists like Elvis Presley, Bohemian Rhapsody, Rocket Man. I recently watched the Bruce Springsteen one, which it was good. It wasn't great, but it was still like a pretty good movie. And Jeremy Allen White, the guy from The Bear, you know, he played him, and I thought he did a great job. And I didn't know he can sing, so I thought he nailed the role. But yeah, this seems like a good movie. I would definitely watch this. Probably would watch this in IMAX because, you know, the music sounds really good, and, you know, the beat of it and the mix of all his different songs like Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean. And yeah, I think it would be awesome to hear this and watch it in IMAX and just feel the vibration of all the musics and just, you know, feel the mood, feel the rhythm of all of his songs. I think that would be a really fun experience. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the official trailer of Michael. It's gonna be out in theaters, I believe I heard April of next year, which is only a few months away. So, but yeah, so like my video, subscribe my channel, leave comments below what you thought about the video and what you thought about this trailer, and you know it. Catch you on to the next reaction video. See you later, guys.